Okay, next we go to the angle cut cabinet. For this unit is for some cabinet which is cut the corner. For example, the first one is for the this cabinet, and we cut in the left and the back side. In this position, we cut the corner. So from here, we can change the corner. We can set in the cutting size. And then if you want to change inside structure, we just press K to add a functional component. And for the shaft, actual shaft, we cannot use the shaft from here. Because this is a normal shaft. Once we add this normal shaft, there will be mistakes. There will be some errors from here because this shaft and this corner space will be conflict. So that's why for the shaft, we should add from here. There's some special shaft only for this cabinet. This for corner cutting panels. And this for the corner cutting panels. We put it inside. And then we can see the shaft will also cut the corner space. Okay, this is for the first unit. The second unit is this is similar with some other series, just the column is different. For the first unit is one column, and the second unit is double corners, 2 corners. And this one is 3 corners, and this one is also 1 corners. And but the cutting position is different. The first option is cut in the left and back, and for this unit is cut in the right and back side. So the cutting position is different. So that means for all these cabinets, the difference is first the colors is different. For some unit is 1 column, some is 2 columns or 3 columns. This is the first difference. The second difference is the cutting position is different. For some unit is cut in the left and the back, some is in right and back. And for some unit like this one is cut in the back and the top side. So the cutting position is different. And for all this unit, the structure is the side panels cover the top and the bottom panels. This is for the first series. For the second series, all this series, the structure is the top panels, the countertop cover these 2 side panels. This is the main difference between this series with the first series. The structure is different. And between this unit, the difference is also the cutting position is different. For example, the first one is cutting in the left and the right, and this one is cutting in the right and down. And also the columns information is different. 1 column or 2 columns or 3 columns. Okay, this is similar with the first series. Here we do not have the detailed introductions. The next series is for the cut top cabinet. So we can just drag this cabinet inside, and then it's not coming, right? It's not coming. This is because for this unit, for all this unit, it cannot exist independent. So that means this unit must contact with some other cabinet or some other panels. For example, in the bottom, we already have some cabinet. We already have some base cabinet, and in the top part, we can choose this angle cut cabinet for this one. Put outside. Then this cabinet can be come out. This is because in the bottom part we already have some other panels to contact with these 2 side panels. So that means the factory will produce the connected home for these side panels, and then in the job site for the side panels we'll use the connected bond to connect these side panels with this countertop. So okay, for all this cut top cabinet, For all these series, this cabinet cannot exist independent, must contact with some other cabinet or some other panels like this. And the difference between these cabinets is also the columns is different, and also the cutting position is different. Next, we will learn the next series, the anchored cut top cabinet. This for top cabinet is just put on some other cabinet. So for this cabinet can exist independent. So we can just put in this area, then we come out, and also can setting the size and the cutting size, and also the cutting position we can select from this unit. Okay, and for this unit, all this unit is similar, and the operation is very easy. So here we do not have very detailed instruction. Our designers can just drag this cabinet inside, and then check the information in this property by, and then try to add the functional component inside to change the inside structure will be key. The last option is without the bottom panel corner cabinet. For this cabinet is without bottom panel. Okay, it's without bottom. From here we can see it's without bottom panel, and also for this series it's also without bottom panel, right? So the difference between these two series is this series is can be exist independent. So we can just drag inside UVK. But for this series, cannot drag inside separate, must contact with some other cabinet or some other panels. So suppose here we copy this base unit and copy one more cabinet, and therefore this cabinet we just put here. So the difference between these two series is the first series, these side panels and the countertop will use the connected bond to connect it, and the factory will produce the connected home. But for this cabinet, the top cabinet and the bottom cabinet, this is separate. It's separate. The factory will not produce the connected home between these panels. So this is the main difference between these two series. For this part, our designers should be very clear about this. And for the difference between these series, this is the same, just the cutting position is different, and also the columns information is different. Okay, now we've already finished the cutting cabinet. The next one is for the corner cabinet. Okay, for the corner cabinet, the first series, the first option is for the L-shaped corner cabinet. And for this cabinet is for the direction is for the right direction, and put on the bottom. We can drag inside, and then change the position from here. Then this is for the L-shaped corner cabinet. And in the right side, this is the total size, the wings, the depth, and also the height. And this one is the depth for the left side panel. For example, we make a change to be 400. Then for the left side panel depth is changed. This one is for the right side panel's depth. And also the kickboard informations. This one is the information on the back panel, because using our standard, the back panel is 5 mm, but we still can choose some other options. 9 or 18 is available. And the second one is for the also the right direction L-shaped corner cabinet, but this is the top cabinet. That means it's put on this cabinet will be key. This one is fixed on the bottom, and for this one is fixed in the top. So that's why for this cabinet is without the kickboard, without a kickboard. Okay, next we should change now how can we change the inside structure of this corner cabinet. Double click, press K to add functional component. This for all the normal shaft, normal shaft. Suppose if you add solid shaft, okay, we can just add inside. Okay, then we can see for this shaft is for the square shape, it's for square shape, it's not the arrow shape. And also this mistakes. This mistake means the shaft and the back panel cannot connect together. This is because for the back panel, for this back panel is only 5 mm. For 5 mm, the factory cannot produce the connect hole between these two panels. So that means for the back panels, we should change it to be 80 mm if we want to add this kind of shaft. So we just change the back panels to be 18 will become, then this arrow is gone. Okay, but if we do not need this square shape shaft, we need the L shaft. L shaft. Then the back panel we can change to be 5 mm. 5 mm. Then add the functional component. Here is the corner cabinet shaft. This is for the L shape corner cabinet, and then is without mistakes, because for this corner L shape corner shaft can fixed with the side panels, with these two side panels. Okay, next if you want to add some corner shaft hanging rod, it's from here. The corner hanging rod is from here. Just drag inside. Will okay. Then this mistake is come out again, because this back panel is only for 5 mm. 5 mm, so this back panel cannot fix this hanging rod. We cannot use the screw to fix this back panel and hanging rod. So that means we need to change this thickness. Change the thickness of this back panel to be 80 mm. Then this mistake is gone. Okay, next we should understand how can we add the door panel for the corner cabinet. As we know, we have two options. We have two ways to add the door panels. The first one we call it automatic way. So we just double click this cabinet and P. Press P means we add the function, we add the door panels. Here is all the options of the door panels. The first one is the corner door panels, and the second one is also corner door panels, but this is for the link door. For these two doors, the top and bottom is separate, but we use door link to connect together. And this option is for 3 pieces: top, bottom, and middle, 3 pieces. Okay, and all this unit is for some special storage cabinet, which we are fixed on the door panels. For this kind of design, we have very strict restriction, very strict size restriction. So that means the size of the cabinet and also the size of the door must meet this requirement. Otherwise, there will be some mistakes. So here we just choose the first one is the normal corner door panels. Then, okay. Now we can see this door panel is come out. And we just click these door panels. From here we can see the hinge is already automatically changed. It's 165-degree hinges. So that means the open degree. It's not just 90 degrees open in this direction. Can be fully open for the door panels. So that means for this corner cabinet, first we open these door panels, then we open the next door panels. Okay, first we open this door panel and then we open these door panels. Okay, this is the first way to add the door panels. The second option, we add the door panels. As we know, we should use the manual way. For example, installation panel, the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. Then door panel will be come out. Okay, and sometimes if we just need the door panels in this area, in these areas, so we should also use the manual way to add these door panels. Then panel, the top, the bottom, the left, and the right. So then the software will only in this area, in this position, to add the door panels. So now we should understand the difference between the these two ways to add the door panels, the manual way and automatic way. Now delete. So now for these two, we already finished. This for the right direction, and the first one is put in the bottom. The second one is the top cabinet. It put on the top. These two is together. And this one is the same with the first two cabinets. Just the direction is another direction. This for left, this for right. Next for these options. For this also the L-shaped corner cabinet, and the only one difference is in the back side we can cut in this corner space, and from here we can change the corner, we can change the cutting size. Okay, this is the only one difference between this unit. We already cut the corner space. So this is the left, and this one is right. The direction different, and this one is in the top. This in the bottom. This in the top. This also in the top. For these two is together. This two is also together. For these two is for one set. This two is for another set. Next we try this unit. For this unit, the only one difference is the structure is different. For this unit, the structure is the top panel cover these two side panels. This is the only one difference. Okay. And this also the top panel cover the side panels, and this one also top panel cover side panels. And in the back side, we can cut in the corner space. Okay. For some other cabinets, it is similar. Just the direction is different. Maybe for some unit it's a right open, for some unit it's a left open. For some unit it's put at the bottom, for some unit it's put in the top. And for some unit in the back side we already will be cutting some space size. We are cutting the size for some pillar. Leave the size for the pillars. Okay, this is the first series, the right angle corner cabinet, means the L-shaped corner cabinet. The next series is the Pentagon corner cabinet, this one. So we drag inside for this cabinet and change the positions. Okay, here is all the size, the depths. This depth is supposed to make to be 500. So you can see the depth will change the left, and this depth, the total size. The height, and this one is the side panel. The depth of the side panel we can change to be 350. Then this depth will change it, and this depth is the same size. Cannot use a different size. Should be the same size. Here we change to be 300. Okay, and for inside panels, inside structure, this is similar with the corner cabinet. We can choose the corner cabinet shelf. This for the anchored corner shelf, and also the T-shaped hanging rod. For the door panels, we can use the installation panel and the top, bottom, left, and right panels. And also we can use the automatic way. Just select these panels and press P to add the door panels for this cabinet. Next for this unit is for the top cabinet. So that means the first one is put on the bottom, the second one is put in the top. This for one set. And this two is also the same, just the direction is different. It's open in the left. The first two is open in the right. And for this two unit, is we will cut in the corner space in the back side. From here, we'll cut in the corner space. And and this cabinet is put in the bottom, and this one is put in the top. Next, for this series, the direction is different. So actually all this unit is similar, just the direction is different. And also for some cabinet is we were cutting the corner space in the back, in the back. Some cabinet will not cut. Okay, next we learn the next series, which for the arch corner cabinet. And we just choose the first one. Okay, the arch corner cabinet is for the left direction, and the position is put in the down. So for this unit with the kickboard, and from here to change the total size, and this is the side panels, the depth of side panels, and depth for right side panels, the kickboard information, and this one is for the back panel informations. And the next one is on the top panels for top unit. So that's why for this unit is without the kickboard, And for this two is the same with the first two series, just the direction is different. And if we want to add the inside structure, also similar, add functional component, and here we can add the from here the corner cabinet shape. Also for the corner circle cabinet shaft. And for this two unit, means in the back side we will cut the corner space. From here we will cut the corner space. And for this unit, put in the bottom, this one put in the top. This for another direction, in the left direction, put it in the bottom, and this one is top unit, put it in the top. And in the back side, we will cut this corner space. For this option is for the arc corner cabinet. This for the structure is the top panel. The top panel covers these two. The top panel covers these two side panels. For some other unit is the side panels cover the top panels. So this is the difference. And this one is for another directions. For the bottom cabinet, this for the top cabinet, this for bottom cabinet, this for the top cabinet. And also in the back side, we cut the corner space. Okay, now we finish the arch corner cabinet. Next, we learn the right angle corner cabinet for splits design. Okay, we just drag inside. Now we can see the difference. So actually for this cabinet, it's a two part. This one part is another part. For these two parts, we will use some hardware to join together. Now here, use some hardware to join together to combination as the combine to the L-shaped corner cabinet. So that's why we call this cabinet to be splits corner cabinet. The direction can be right and left. And also, if you want to change the inside structure, this is the same. Add functional component will be okay. The next one is for corner top cabinet, and we just drag this inside. Okay, from here our designer should understand it. For all this series, these four models also cannot exist independent. That means he must contact with some other cabinet or some other panels. For example, for this cabinet, the bottom we should add one more panels or one more cabinet, because these side panels we need connect with some other unit. So again, for this countertop cabinet, for these 4 models cannot exist independent, should connect with some other cabinet. Okay, the next series for some functional counter cabinet models, which means the software is already have some common used design and already finished these models. So our designers can just use these models and do some small adjustment will be key. For example, this one, we can just drag inside, and for inside you can add some panels or delete some panels, then or change some colors. Just do some small adjustment will be key. So these are all the common used models. The last option is for the counter cabinet. This is also the L-shaped counter cabinet. The only one difference is the back panel structure is different. From here we can see the back panel is separated by 2 pieces, 2 pieces. That means the shape will divide the back panel to be 2 parts. But for the normal counter cabinet, the back panel is 1 piece. For example, this one, the back panel is 1 piece. But for this unit, the back panel will be separate. This is the main unit, the main difference between this series to some other series. Okay, now we already finished the counter cabinet.